Ian Williams.
Good evening. If you have ever wondered who really eats a serving size that small, if you've ever read those nutrition labels on food and felt you had to do your own estimating to round it up into the real world, the federal government acted today to change that. The White House and the FDA are asking for the first changes in 20 years to include real things like sugar and calories and reduce the guessing that we consumers are forced to do. When this goes through, it will affect every aisle in the food store and every American home. It is where we begin our broadcast tonight with NBC's Tom Costello in Washington. Hey, Tom, good evening.
Hi, Brian. The idea is to get really good information by looking at the label, your calories that might be inside, as well as your total serving size, kind of a reality check on America's current struggle with weight. It's a constant challenge for anyone trying to plan a family meal. Those nutrition labels are so often inaccurate. We generally eat much more than the serving size suggests. Now the labels are getting a makeover. And the First Lady was a driving force for change. She talked to the Today Show's Jenna Bush Hager.
And my hope is that this will be another piece in the puzzle towards creating that new norm and how we raise healthy kids.
Here's what an existing nutrition label looks like, and here's the proposed new label, including bigger and more accurate serving and calorie information. For example, that 20-ounce bottle of soda that may have said 2 servings at 120 calories each becomes 1 serving at 240 calories. A pint of ice cream that offered 4 servings at 240 calories each becomes just 2 servings at 480 calories each. Also on the new labels, manufacturers will have to include added sugars, the so-called hidden sugars getting so much of the blame for America's obesity epidemic. Registered dietitian Rebecca Scritchfield. How much of a villain are added sugars?
Well, we are over-consuming added sugars, which are linked to things like heart disease and diabetes, so it's very critical that we reduce these in our diet.
Here's the problem. In 1960, the average American man weighed 166 pounds. By 2012, he was up to 194 pounds. Women weighed 140 pounds in 1960, up to 164 in 2012. 2/3 of Americans are now overweight or obese. So, will the new labels help us cut the lbs? When researchers at Cornell University added nutrition labels in the dining halls, they were surprised to see students cut by 7% their consumption of products high in calories and fat.
If it draws your attention to the amount of calories you're consuming, that's great. Then you can make some more conscious decisions how to reduce your calories.
The challenge, turning the information into action. Yeah, one big complaint is that the new labels might have recommended levels of sodium and salt that are way over what doctors want to see. Now, the Grocery Manufacturers Association says it would support the label changes, but it wants to make sure that they are based in science. These changes could cost the grocery industry or the food industry $2 billion. Brian, back to you.
Tom Costello starting us off tonight in Washington. Tom, thanks. Now we switch to an urgent situation on the West Coast tonight